So this is my first video. I hate videos mainly because I don't even like my voice. But I'm excited about this today. This is my first video of tracking my year's progress. This year I stated that 2018 I was going to focus on living my best life. Anything that I was afraid to do, I was just going to start doing it. I don't know how the outcome is going to be. I don't know every step of the way, but it's like, okay, you got to start somewhere to get somewhere. And I know that, I'm just really talented. I'm blessed. I'm gifted. And it's like you have to use it. You have to start taking steps to living the life that you want to live. So that was my goal. So every quarter, I'm going to do these videos tracking my progress. So today is April the 6th. It's about 7 p.m. So let's talk about how this year started for me. So I decided to start doing my sipping souls where I could teach a class of about 8 women, come out, so have a good time, be a girls' night, drink wine, have some little snacks, raffles, prizes, things like that. So I did a few of those. I did four actually, two in January, two in February, didn't do any in March. So I did four for the year. Most of them sold out. I think the last one we had a couple seats left. And I got a pretty good response from it. A lot of people liked it. They came out and experienced it. So I'm happy about that. But I have to be honest, like the Sip and Soul was something that I could safely start. It didn't take a lot to start it. It didn't take a lot of capital money to put out. It took me about a few $100s to start it. And I host them at this place called The Cube. I love The Cube. It's a cute little co-working space geared towards mom entrepreneurs. It's on York Road. One of my friends, Tamara, and her sister Keisha, they own The Cube. So if you don't have enough money to get your office space yet, the Cube is a great alternative, and they have a babysitter there. So that's just like bomb. I'm thankful for her. Yes, I'm thankful for her obedience because I need the Cube, and I'm sure I'm going to use the Cube in the future for other events as well. So I started the Sip and Sew, and it's like I know I'm called to be a fashion designer. A fashion designer is like what I'm supposed to do, and I just can't escape it. I started the Sip and Sew, that's an alternative. I make prom dresses, that's an alternative. But really putting yourself out there to create something from your imagination, hoping people like it and you get a good response to be able to one day make a living off of that, that is kind of scary. So I did do a fashion show. Another one of my girlfriends, Ashley Graham, she has MMW models. I think this is her fifth or sixth fashion show. I did the fashion show a few years ago as a vendor selling my t-shirts, but this year I'm like, okay, God, I'm just going to take the first steps. I'm going to step out on faith. I'm going to do 4 pieces. I did 4 pieces. They were sequence pieces. I got really good response from them. Everybody liked the pieces. Even people that didn't know me, it was beyond okay. My friends and my family said they were nice. These were people that I didn't know. And I made myself something to wear for the show. It was a sequence duster, and I actually made another one and shipped it to one of my friends that I went to school with, and she lives in Atlanta, and she told me that she really, really liked it. Now, I know how to sew, but making this duster, sending it off to her, shipping it to her was still challenging to me. And I'm like, I wonder if she's going to like it, if she's not going to like it or not. And then she sent me a message and was like, I really love it. I really love this duster. I can't wait to wear it. I'm going to tag you in it. And I'm excited about that to see it. It's just a good feeling when people really like what you, um, just create yourself. So I know that's what I'm called to do ultimately. I can see myself having a fashion show. I have this vision of having one. I have this vision of speaking in front of people with a microphone and just giving my testimony. And I even went off and asked God, like, why did you give me this superficial gift? Like, this fashion industry is so superficial. So many people are doing it right now. It seems like it's so saturated. We live in an era where people are just living for the gram. They taking pictures and stuff they don't have. They're staging these photos. These outfits ain't theirs. Everything is about the perfect picture. Like, are you even really enjoying yourself where you're going? And what he said to me in my prayer time, when I asked him, like, why did you give me this superficial gift? Like, I'm not that girl. Like, I don't like doing things that are unauthentic. I don't like doing things just because. I hate small talk. Any of that fake nature, I just don't like it. But in this industry, like, how am I going to make a difference here? And he said to me, I trust you to tell the story. And I'm like, God, you want me to tell a story? Like, you want me to tell all the stuff that I go through with this? Like, people don't really care about that. But he said to me, that's why you've been given this gift. Outside of the finished product, it's not even about that. It's about the story that you're going to tell along the way. Sharing your journey, sharing your testimony, telling about the rough times. That's what you're going to do. So outside of my sip and sew, doing the fashion show. It was only 4 pieces, but it was a good response. So I'm sure I'll do the fashion show again next year, and I'm sure there'll be more pieces that I'll be showing at that time. And you just never know how things will grow year after year. I've learned that I can't compare my chapter 1 to somebody's chapter 15. I'm just going to start where I am. I'm not going to despise small beginnings because you just never know where it's going to go. My goal is to be popping by 35, and I'm 32, so I got a couple years to get it right. So, a recap of this quarter. I did started this episodes. My next one is in May, so that's been a success so far. I did the fashion show. I was approached about um, teaching a sewing class. I'm like, me be a teacher? Like, what? But that just goes to show you what happens when you tap into your gift. Like, you know, God says that your gift will make room for you, and that is so true. This year I have 8 prom dresses to make. Now, I've always done prom dresses here and there. I've never really been consistent with it, never really promoted it. I've always felt like it's enough prom dress makers. But last year was a really tough year for me financially. And I was like, I'm just too gifted to be broke. Point blank, period. Too gifted to be broke. So you have to start using your gift, and your gift makes room for you. I be tired. I live off of Red Bull and 5 Hour Energies. It's a combination of the two to get these prom dresses done outside of working, coming home, cooking dinner, being with my kids, being tired, whatever the case may be, not being able to actually start dresses in the evening most times till about 8, 9 o'clock once everything is settled down after I get off of work and everything. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to complain. I prayed for this. And I swear that these clients just came out of nowhere. I didn't have to hunt nobody down. I didn't have to make a bunch of posts about, book your prom dress. And it's still people that's calling me and asking me. And I actually have to turn people down. So I think that's a good problem to have. So I'm not complaining about that. I'm just really, really, really grateful. I also got chosen to be a part of a Mom as Entrepreneurs cohort. They have a partnership with Etsy where they were invested in 10 female mom entrepreneurs. You get to go to OpenWorks and create your product and be a part of this entrepreneurship course. So it's a combination between the Mom as Entrepreneurship program, teaching you like the marketing and the business side of things, being able to use OpenWorks working space to create your product, and then being able to create an Etsy store for you to sell your product. So they chose 10 moms that they were going to invest in and let them go through this whole entrepreneurship course for free, and they chose me. So I am launching my corporate to cocktails reversible women's clothing line. I started that back in 2014. I did a few pieces for it. I did a photo shoot for it, but I was never consistent with it. So I knew that I had to pick something specific. with this particular program, something that I really wanted to focus on being a true business venture. So it's pretty good, a lot of good information, a lot of good people, networking at the end of it. You get to show at Artscape and the farmers market, and you get your Etsy store, and you actually get to pitch to investors. And I didn't even know that that was a real thing. There's a lot of money out here for small businesses. So I'm excited about learning how to pitch. Um, and I hate speaking, but I see myself speaking. I don't know what capacity it's going to be in, but so I know that's a fear that I have to get over by simply just doing it. Even though I'm scared, somehow the Holy Spirit gonna have to come and work it out, and I'm gonna be okay. But I'm going to push myself out of my comfort zone because I know that speaking is going to be a part of what I have to do, as far as my calling. Um, I have some things that I'm working on for the second quarter. I have my goals written down. So I'm just excited about what this year is going to bring. I'm going to do these videos every quarter to see what the progress is. Even if things don't go as planned, I'm still going to speak about it because, hey, life happens. But even though the happenings of life don't go as how you plan it, you never know why they happen. But one thing's for sure, all things work together for your good. So even if it was something that I felt like wasn't good for me at the time, maybe it could help somebody else. So I'm just going to push myself to share the story and get it out there and hope to inspire some people. So I'm just excited about living out my life the way that I feel like I'm called to do. I've actually written down what I want my life to look like on a daily basis, and it's a complete 360 from the life that I'm living now. So I know that these small steps that I'm taking, they are going to amount to something one day. I don't know how soon it's going to happen, but I know for sure that my life is about to change. So stay tuned, and I'll talk to you all next quarter.